Welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show. I am James Boslaw, your Fredericksburg Area realtor and vacation rental investor. And this show is all about real estate in the Fredericksburg area, the Fawn Lake community, and the vacation rental space. I help people buy and sell homes because I believe that everyone should grow their wealth as they live in or own a home that they love. I also believe that you should feel confident when you are buying or selling a home, and confidence comes when you are well educated and informed, and that's what this show is all about. Enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Explore Real Estate Show, where in today's episode, I'm going to go over the real estate stats for the Fredericksburg area in the month of June of 2024. I'm also going to go ahead and take a look at the first half of the year, January through June, and see what that data says as well. So let's dive right into the statistics for the Fredericksburg area in the month of June of 2024. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this June of 2024, and we're going to compare it to June of 2023 last year. When we do that, this is what we find. The first thing that we find is that the overall sold dollar volume this June is down nearly 12% from last June. So less real estate sold in the month of June this year than it did in the month of June last year by about 12%. We also see that the average sales price is up just over 3%. So average sold price is higher than last June, but overall sold dollar volume is down. The median sold price is up about 5%. So what that's showing us is both the average sales price and the median sales price this year in the month of June is higher than last June. So once again, prices are up from where they were last year. Now, I just want to take a moment and take a look at what the average sold price is right here in the Fredericksburg area, because this is important. The average sold price in the month of June in the Fredericksburg area is $510,000. Yes, that's right. The average sold price in the Fredericksburg area in the month of June of this year is over $500,000. And that is the highest that we have ever had here in the Fredericksburg area. So values are currently sitting at all-time highs where they are at right now. Now, the overall units sold is down about 14%. So even though the sales prices are higher than last June, there is less activity, less homes selling this year in the month of June than there was last year in the month of June. Now, the average days on market is about the same. It's about 11% higher. But what that really means is that in the month of June, it took about 20 days for a house to go on the market before it was under contract, whereas in last year, it would take about 18 days, so about the same. Now, that's taking a look at June of 2024, comparing it to June of 2023. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a larger slice of time here. We're going to take a look at the first half of this year, January through June of 2024, and what we're going to do is compare it to January through June of 2023. So more months, more data. It gives us a little bit better snapshot on where things are at. And as we do that, this is what we find out, that the overall sold dollar volume is up about 3% this year versus last year when you take into consideration the first 6 months of the year. So just a little bit more movement this year than there was last year, but not by much. The average sales price is up by about 4% this year. Now that is 100% normal. If you look at historical averages, they usually look at 4% appreciation as a normal appreciation. And so that is exactly where we're at, where homes are going up in value, but now they're doing so at a very normal pace, and 4% is where we're at currently. The median sold price is at about 3.5% higher this year than it was last year when you look at January through June. So both the average sales price is up, the median sale price is up. The overall unit sold is down just slightly by about 1% this year versus last year. So we are seeing about the same amount of sales taking place this year as there was last year, but we are down by about 1% this year, just a little bit. The average days on market is actually down about 3.5% this year. So you might ask, what does that mean? Well, what that means is that this year, on average, the first 6 months of the year, it's taking about 27 days for a house to be in the market before it goes under contract, whereas in last year, in the first 6 months, it took about 28 days. All this data is just showing us that we are in a normalizing market. Our sales prices have basically slowed down to the point where our appreciation is normal. We are starting to see that there are less homes being sold versus last year, and last year less homes sold in the year before that. So we are starting to see that there are fewer transactions taking place, but the values remain solid. Now, I will say this: we are looking at data back at the month of June. Now, remember, when we look at what closed in the month of June, that's the day that we're looking at, those homes went under contract in the month of May. So we are always looking at a lagging indicator of what took place really about 2 months ago in the market, which is when things went under contract. What I'm currently seeing right now is that some of the higher price homes in our area are taking longer to sell. I have a personal opinion about that. I think that maybe it has something to do with these higher interest rates and the mortgage payments just being higher with the higher price home. But lower price homes are going, and they are going fast. I can personally say that I had 2 listings that went under contract right away and above asking price, but both homes were under $400,000 when they were listed. And so affordability is an issue for folks, and any home that is listed for about $400,000 or less is going really, really quickly because those homes are hard to come by in this low inventory environment. But inventory is slowly rising. We are starting to see more and more homes come to the market, and that is something that could be very healthy. It could mean a good thing for buyers. It could mean that sales prices are going to slow down in their appreciation, and maybe a buyer has a little bit more leverage to get a home for less than asking price, or maybe even get some concessions with their offering price. And that is something I did talk about last week, that I am starting to see more and more signs that we are in a shift. And one of those signs is that we are starting to see that buyers are requesting seller concession from the seller and are starting to receive some compensation for that very thing. So we are starting to see just maybe a little bit of the beginnings of a shift. We're going to be watching the stats very closely over the course of the next month or two, as the lagging data does take some time to catch up with that opinion or that gut feeling that I have. But we're going to test that with the numbers, because the numbers do not lie. And so I'm looking forward to next month's episode where we can take a look at what took place in July. And then even the month beyond that, we'll take a look at what's closed in August. And as we do that, it's just going to give us more and more clear picture of what's taking place here in our local market. But that's what's going on in the Fredericksburg area in the month of June, also in the first half of the year. And you heard it from me first. And I look forward to you guys staying in tune in the show so that we can keep you up to date on what's going to take place in the months to come. As always, if you are watching this on YouTube, then I just want to remind you to go ahead and subscribe to the show. That way you are kept up to date on all of the episodes as they come out. If you're listening to this on Apple's podcast, then please follow the show for the same reason. That way, every single time a new show of ours comes out, you will be notified, and this information will be right in front of you so that you are aware of what's going on right here in the Fredericksburg area. And I look forward to bringing that news to you every single month. Well, with that being said, I hope you have a great day and a great week. We are right in the middle of the hottest part of the summer, so I hope that you are staying cool some way, whether it's in a pool or a lake or in a nice air conditioning room with a nice cold drink in your hand. But make sure that you are staying cool and enjoying your summer, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Have a great day.